It's Friday, Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
Hey! Hey! Happy Friday!
For the weekend, I don't know the song.
Welcome. It doesn't even go that way. But hey.
To the morning laugh.
It's finally being released.
Afternoon.
It's that morning laugh. Happy
edition.
Hour. We had to. It's just been one of those days.
It has been a day. Work's done for me, so it feels good. Had some great fun with all of that.
Yes, honey. Right. And I still need to, after this I have to go pick up groceries, so.
Different part of our day.
Yeah,
for sure.
Is, sort of.
And within 20 minutes, we'll see if this makes any impact. And
then you'll never know.
Hey, listen.
Actually, we still pretty much act the same.
Right. And depending on the sensitivity of the viewer, this could just be the communion chalice.
Oh,
yeah. We weren't.
Communion. Yes.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yeah, we've had some technical stuff happening and we've had to adjust to it, but it's okay.
It is okay.
Thank you for joining us, those who are our faithful followers and viewers.
Yeah. You are a part of our tribe.
Yes.
On this journey.
Our guinea pigs.
Some of the bonus material that you're going to get today that you wouldn't get in a morning edition is, first off, wine glasses.
So why don't you go ahead and grab your wine or water or Corona.
As well as...
or whatever. Not that we're promoting drinking, but...
No, we are not.
Okay, so we got to get moving because, this is just the afternoon laugh. We're not changing the name, but...
For today, it's the afternoon laugh.
I'm just wondering now, should we change it to the daily laugh or something like that?
I don't know. Well, we should put it out for a poll.
No.
And we're the morning laugh.
We're continuing this,
and I will say today started out differently.
Yeah, it did.
Totally differently, other than interesting things happening with our earlier recording, which was
oh yeah,
it was that.
Remember that when I said in our very first episode, I don't want to be a robot. As we talk, and we were really robotic. And then I was like, oh, goodness.
Your wish came true. Your non-wish came true.
But I do want to market or promote my podcast for the ladies out there.
Wait a minute. You are not allowed to promote on this.
Yes, I can.
I don't have... There's a sponsorship fee that has... I'm putting together ad revenue from this.
The Good Morning Sunshine. Find it on Spotify, iTunes, podcasts. What else? Any of the podcasting platforms. And I know I've shared this before. But, hey, if you want to, hear the real me, women, because it is a
totally
women's
fake
show.
Right here.
Yeah. I mean, the one that, I can't go into all the details of my thoughts, so... Not entirely, but anyway. So, how are you today with your plaid?
I am feeling like a picnic.
Yeah, you
like
do
a picnic.
Look nice.
I
like that.
It's
different.
I have come to realize I think that purple is my favorite color.
Really?
Yeah, I like it better than red and blue put together.
Okay.
And you didn't get that one that time either. So,
I don't get it. I don't get this joke.
What's red? What is red and blue put together?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Got it.
Okay. So this morning,
yes,
got back from a beautiful fall nip in the air.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's very nice. Is it still cool outside?
A little cool out there. I think we had the screens open, which has been really cool.
Yeah.
And today, I'm thinking we might have picked up another viewer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think Tony the bird. In our front yard has been watching because I think he got offended. He wasn't there this morning.
Okay. Yeah, he probably did. Sorry,
he could have flown away. Sorry, Tony. But nobody look at me in the eye and tell me, get out of his yard.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
So no Tony. Okay. Started off differently.
Okay. Yeah, so would you like me to read some news?
It sounds like you're going to anyway, so go ahead.
I didn't know. I mean,
What's
just
new in the world of
trying
Bobcats?
To get the show going. Okay, so it's not bobcats. Today it's goats. Goats. Goat. Goat. Am I sounding it right?
Do you know?
Pronouncing it right?
You know, now we actually, in my generation, I think we're the ones that coined the phrase. But when people use this too often, and they give the title too often of goat. And so if someone tells you you're the goat, do you know what they're telling you? You don't. Okay, so anyone else that doesn't know what you're being told, GOAT stands for greatest of all time.
Ah, okay.
You're the GOAT.
Well,
so Michael
awesome.
Jordan is the
Are you the GOAT?
I am a GOAT.
That's... Okay, Billy, GOAT.
No.
Even though your name's not Billy.
All
For
right.
some people that didn't know. Okay. Is that wine kicking in? No, I'm kidding. Okay. Fugitive goat captured after evading law enforcement in Alaska. Did you hear this news?
You said the word fugitive.
Remember yesterday with the bobcat in the school? The police officers were captured it anyway because it was walking at large in the school. At large.
Like, oh my
like
gosh.
the snake.
These animals at large. And this one here that you just now said, you said fugitive.
Yes.
Fugitive. So fugitive means like you were in captivity and then you got out and you're like armed and dangerous. That's like, I think of the
movie.
Yeah, the movie, right?
Fugitive, I think.
The Fugitive.
with Harrison Ford.
Yeah, and he's looking for the one-armed man. I wonder if this is a one-armed goat. So he gets out, he's a fugitive, and he's evading. Like, do you think he was walking around in disguises? Like, he has like a goatee, and he's like, I'm not a goat, I'm a chicken, or I'm a camel.
Maybe.
So.
Anyway.
I don't know. How's a fugitive goat do it? Interesting, to say the least.
Anyway, he was in there. It took them all day to capture this thing, and they finally did. So, moving on to another one, really quick, before we go on to our little topic of the day.
Topic of the day.
This one it says, farm takes aim at goat yoga world record with 500 expected in class. And this is going to be held, or it might have been held already, I don't know, a farm in Florida. The place is called Tosasa.
Oh.
I think that's a town in Hillsborough County.
Easy for you to say. Hills? Okay, that's near Zephyr Hills.
Yeah.
It's a place I love so much.
Anyway, so they are hoping to be the world records champions for the Guinness Book, champions. Because the currently hold the record is in Arizona and they held 351 people and 84 goats.
So Arizona, you had the world record for goat yoga, and this town in Florida says not so fast.
And not so fast.
We're going to take that title, and usually if something starts with Florida, we're used to this because we're from Florida. We're in Florida now.
Right? There's
it's
always
like
some weird.
It's a weird thing. Florida man, I think I saw one. I think the one that's, if you look up Florida man with your name or Florida woman with your name and Google it.
Yeah.
It's a fun thing. I think when it's Florida man in my name, I think it's the Florida man that robbed Kentucky Fried Chicken with a gator. Like he put a gator. Anyway, true story.
Okay.
True story. Florida people do weird things. And so now we're
weird.
taking the Guinness record for goat yoga.
Yes.
And this is like the thing where the goat climbs up on top of you, like a hill, or?
Yeah, the picture I saw had the girl doing a back bend, and there was a goat on top of her. But this is what I find weird. I mean, yeah, the goat yoga thing is kind of strange, but the weird thing is that there's a waiting list for this event. Which I'm thinking, if they want to win the world record for having the most people, why are you even having a waiting list?
Everyone should be
what if
welcome.
1,000 people want to show up?
Wait, so how many people, how many goats?
This one, they want 500 people with 110 goats.
Wait. So it's not a BYOG. You're not bringing your own goat.
Right.
We can share goats. It's like, hey, you want to go do some goat yoga? We can go in halvesies on the goats.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's weird. That's just weird.
It is weird.
What if you had like a really big goat? Does it have to be a tiny one?
I don't know
I have
if
so
they're
many
miniature
questions.
ones.
I have so many questions
I don't know.
about
You
this.
need to contact the
many.
farm in Florida.
Wow, we weren't even. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Our monitor just went
Help
blank.
us. Okay. So, you have something to say?
Wow. Just come out and point the
Sorry.
finger right at me. Yeah, well, I always have something to
Yeah,
say.
I know you do.
Always do. And, you know, I think sometimes we have times of self-reflection. Do you ever do that? Mm-hmm. Do you ever do that on purpose where you take a look at your life and say, you know, how happy am I? Or some people will reflect on their performance or what they're doing.
Sure.
I had an accidental self-reflection yesterday. I was, and this has happened before, but have you ever seen a picture of yourself or seen yourself in a way where you unintentionally saw yourself?
Yeah.
Like you saw a picture of yourself, or maybe you're walking into the grocery store and you see yourself on the camera up on top. Like our kids always dance and they get a kick out of like looking at the TV.
Yeah.
Does that ever happen to you?
Yes. And like what I was thinking when you just said that was like sometimes our kids will just take a picture and post it for their Snapchat, and then they'll post it, and it's like me just kind of like, you know, like this, and I'm like, you do not post that.
And the funny thing is, or if you do a YouTube video,
yeah,
and it chooses your thumbnail, you're like,
oh yeah, there's always like a
it's
face
just
like
like
that.
some weird thing.
Yeah.
And you know, the interesting thing is that even if it's just for a second, you do look like that.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that scary?
It is, and so you can be like,
Scary.
oh my gosh, am I really that fat? Or
But that's what most of the people see.
yeah, we're just not used to
Because
seeing
we're
it.
always, you know, that's interesting because, you know, when we come in the mornings and we'll look in the mirror, we're not like this. Maybe sometimes, but we're not looking at ourselves in the mirror like that. Immediately we change our face to be more like,
You're animated, like
isn't
you
that
can
crazy?
tell.
Isn't that crazy to think?
And so I've seen people, and I've noticed this before, and it used to drive me crazy. Like when I was a school teacher, and I noticed that the kids weren't listening, or people who are too lazy to talk, they wouldn't move their mouth enough to talk, like, so I can understand them. This is inconsiderate. Well, that's also what happens with our face. Like when we're lazy of our face, it shows that the lights are not on.
Right.
And so I caught myself yesterday at a moment when the lights weren't on. So the sun was shining through my window. My screen was dark on the laptop. And all of a sudden I saw this right here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh
You're
my
like,
God,
who is that man?
Who's that? Looks like a grumpy old man.
Yeah.
You know, and actually I've been staring at the computer for a while. I've been doing some projects. And so there was some tension going on in my muscles here. And so my eyebrows were like this. And I know I saw my dad looking at me, but not like my happy, good dad, but the one that was like insane, crazy, might kill you dad, pull over on the side of the road because you're being bad in the back of your seat, dad. That's what it looked like. And I'm like, ah.
I'm glad I didn't see him get it.
So, but it's interesting though. I think that was a visual, but we can actually have that in life where we see something we don't like. And that something can be like you yell at your kids.
Yeah.
Or your spouse, we've gotten in arguments over stupid little things sometimes.
Yeah.
And really, what's happening is it's almost like you relaxed. You weren't really animated. There's like when you're there, when you're fully there, you're caring and loving and good, and you're all of those best qualities.
Right.
But when you see that moment, you animate yourself, right? You put it back into you. So I guess it's like my thing is first off cutting yourself some slack.
Right.
That you don't always, and then the next one, you don't have to look that way. You're better. Like you do look better than that.
Yeah.
You are better than that. But the next one is like finding those moments to like re-energize and reanimate or put life back into that. And so maybe there's a relationship, or maybe there's a way you've been attacking work, or the way that you, you're just not giving something all of your life.
Right. Yeah.
And maybe you can just do one of those things. I have a friend and a client who talks all the time about we have a thing about Nicolas Cage.
Okay. Oh,
and there's
no.
a movie that Nicolas Cage
Actually,
did.
you know what? You were watching a Nicolas Cage.
I know.
think it was like a week ago or
Yeah,
so. I'm like,
I have a diet of one
he's
a
a
week.
Nicolas Cage man boy.
I like Nicolas Cage. He's just so different every movie he's in. Totally. And so Nicolas Cage does this thing where he goes,
Okay. In the movie?
It's Face Off. So he pulls like a mask off and he becomes someone else. So the point is you can do this and you can put a smile on your face. Watch how differently it makes you feel. Mm-hmm. Watch what it does for other people. Scientifically, you are more likable, and your influence ability, your ability to influence others, goes off the charts as compared to when you're not animated.
True, yeah.
So put a smile on the face.
Sometimes it's hard to smile.
It is.
You know, when you're tired or not having one of those days. But I know you're like, you know, try hard to, or make an effort to smile.
And if the effort's not working, maybe do something that makes you smile.
Yeah.
So put little things in there. Again, like we talked about before. Watch a funny
show.
Morning laugh, right? Pick up the phone and call someone that makes you laugh.
Oh my
Do something that actually puts that spike of love, happiness, joy into your day. This thing is a fun thing. The reason we're doing this together with you and on this deal is because it's fun.
Yeah, we're having fun doing this.
Yeah, it's because I think it feels like it elevates us a little bit. This is who we are normally.
Got distracted because of what's happening on our screen.
I know. It's the camera is not on.
We'll figure it out. We
may have to attach to the other computer.
Yeah, probably. So, anyway, but definitely, you know, even when we're not feeling like a smiley person, it does make a difference. And I was going to mention that when you were saying that of this lady that I used to know, that she was always smiling, and she definitely seemed approachable and like a lovely person. And she's always like, but her face always stayed like that. It was always like,
just lights up. Now, there is a game that reminds me of.
And she'd look at her kids and she's like this. And she'd look at me. And I'm thinking like, is she always smiling like that? Like all the time? Yeah.
Okay. Challenge of the day. Go out and talk more or smile more when you're talking. It does remind me of a game. I'm not promoting it, but it was fun when we had it.
Smile.
Do you remember the thing you shuck in your mouth?
Oh, yeah. That's...
And you try to talk?
Yeah, but that's not smiling.
No, but it does something for your smile muscles.
That's true. I hated that game.
How does a camel...
I think we bought it, but we never really used it.
How does a camel hide in the desert?
Oh, the joke.
Yes, the joke. How does a camel hide in the desert?
I don't know, hon.
Camouflage. It uses camouflage. Okay. What happened when the guy dropped his Adderall
my gosh,
in his Ford Fiesta?
No.
Yep. It became a Ford Focus. That's what happened. Ba-doom. And if you didn't hear that earlier, you would have laughed when you got it 5 minutes later. There you go.
No.
I worked in 3 jokes today. You're welcome.
But anyway, we'll be back hopefully Monday morning.
Monday morning.
On the Morning Laugh.
Morning Laugh. We'll see you there.
Morning edition, not afternoon. All right. See you later. Bye. Have a great weekend.